everyone, it is Jasmine here today, and over the weekend I went to Fan Expo Chicago. I know I owe you guys a Lollapalooza video, and I still owe you guys some Stranger Things Funko Pop videos and stuff like that. Don't worry, those are coming. We will get to those. Those will all be like in a separate thing. But yeah, so I went to Fan Expo Chicago for all 4 days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and oh boy, was that a really long convention. Next year, thankfully, they are only doing it for 3 days. So if you're thinking of going, 3 days, I think, is a lot easier than 4, because it was such a very, 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 very long convention. On Thursday, didn't really do anything at all. Just walked around, looked at stuff, and planned out what I was going to possibly buy during the convention, which I like that part. I could plan it out. So on Friday, we had the Christopher Lloyd panel that we went to. And
here we are.
Well, welcome, Christopher. So, conventions, I know you've done a couple of them, but tell us about your convention experiences so far.
I don't know, I started doing them maybe 15, 20 years for some time. And I had a lot of, at first, uncertainty about what I might be getting into. And it's been pretty great. Sometimes when I first started out, I wake up in the morning and say, oh, I'm going to this place and I'm going to be signing for 8 hours. The concept began to take form in my mind. I hadn't really thought about it, but wow. And I tell you, I get up and I come and meet you all and sign table. I mean, meeting every one of you is an extraordinary experience. You know, sometimes it's just a bare second. Sometimes we might talk about something for 5 minutes or so. And it's great. It's just a wonderful exchange for me. And also, sometimes there'll be a convention in a place that you always kind of wondered about, but never, for whatever reason, you never go there yourself. Go there a few days ahead of time, or stay there a few more days, see what it's all about.
Okay, so a night in or a night out? So do you want to stay home or do you want to go out and party?
I have that query all the time.
Every day?
Stay out, I'm not gonna stay. I don't know, I kind of wait for something
To lure you out?
like somebody to say, let's stay in tonight. Let's go out for a night.
Just easy going, go with the flow. I like that. Okay, so card game or board game? So playing poker or playing a board game?
Wow, might depend on what kind of board game.
I think we know a couple good ones.
Oh, like Monopoly.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of tough. I'm not sure.
Everyone thinks this is an easy game, so you're stuck with the
I mean,
question.
I'm pretty open to either. I've never really learned how to play poker, but I like the idea.
Big fan.
Fun, yeah.
Okay, we'll do a little Monopoly. I like that. Okay. Okay, so coffee or tea?
dead laughs. It's funny stuff too.
Maybe you could find a good combo, like a scary movie with some good laughs.
Yeah, combine both in the same film.
There we go.
And I met Leah Thompson. She was really nice. I liked her. She was super nice and kind, and so I liked talking to her. So that's what I did on Friday. I also bought this very, very, very beautiful, beautiful Pride and Prejudice print. Look, it's Mr. Darcy. It's also shiny. It's hard to see here, but trust me, it is shiny. And this lovely, lovely waterproof sticker right there. Again, this is hard to see. Oh, you can kind of see it back here, how shiny it is. Look at that. Oh, you see how shiny it is? That's just not the plastic. It's actually shiny. But yeah, this is so pretty. And oh, I had to get it. I had to get it. Now I need to get like a vintage frame for Mr. Darcy. And eventually this back wall will be filled, guys. Eventually. I mean it. Eventually. The hard part is you can't see anything. You can't see anything. That's the hard part. But he might actually go here on my side. I might put him over there because I have little prints over there. I might put him right there. So I could just stare at Mr. Darcy all day. Oh, this. I love this. I love this. I saw this on Thursday and I was like, oh, I have to get it. So Friday, I bought, obviously. And then on Saturday was the busiest day for the convention, obviously. Like Christopher Lloyd's line was so very long. Tom Wilson's line was long, not as long, and people were meeting Michael J. Fox. My time wasn't until Sunday. I didn't meet Michael J. Fox until Sunday because that's where my time slot was for autographs. Because if you had an autograph or a photo op, they give you a time slot, and that is what you did. Now, I know for Michael J. Fox autographs, you could have snuck into other time slots because there was no way for them to verify what you had. They weren't like asking to see your email to figure out what time slot you had. They just wanted to make sure you had an autograph ticket, and that was it. So you could have done that if you wanted to. I didn't, because I didn't know what other times he was signing. So I just stuck to my time that I was given. But yeah, so I met Tom Wilson on Saturday, which was really fun, because then I was able to talk to him about, because like Adam the Woo and everything, which was cool. I got to see his panel too, and he sang songs, which was fun.
I'm disappointed. We're not matching.
I didn't bring my ukulele out. I forgot to bring my ukulele.
There absolutely is, sir.
Who's small? Do we have a small, like a child? A kid? Hey, get up here, kid. All right. Maybe you've heard this song. You want to be my microphone stand? You want to be, hold it for me? Okay. First, I have to adjust the stand. You're not getting close. All right. What's your name? What's your name?
Brody.
Brody. Where are you from, Brody?
Michigan.
Michigan. Yeah, forgot about that, Brody. What city in Michigan?
Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo, Michigan. Again. I performed in the State Theater of Kalamazoo, Michigan. We had a ball there. I think I had a club sandwich across the street. It was very good. You want to be my mic stand? All right. Arm up. Hold that. Okay. Now, you have to wear your Doc Brown glasses during this. You look good. You look good. Let me take your picture, Brody, because you look fantastic. My mic stand holder, Brody! There are a lot of questions that we all have, but I'll answer a lot of them early on, okay? When I'm flying in a plane or a on the street, there's a lot of friendly people that I like to meet. They shake my hand but never ask my name, and they start asking questions that are always the same. Hey, what's Michael J. Fox like? Nice. What's Christopher Lloyd like? Nice. What's Ian Thompson like? Nice. Hey, stop asking me the question. Doing all right, Brody? We're a team. Went to the bar mitzvah of my nephew Josh. Now I'm not Jewish, but I like to notch. I put on my yarmulke, started to pray, when the rabbi leaned over and I heard him say, hey, was that real manure? No, it wasn't. Was that DeLorean a piece of garbage? There's all the words really fly. It's a movie. Stop asking me questions. Can we take your picture? Come on, look mean. Would you call my friend a butthead on his video machine? No. Questions fill my head. I went to my doctor said, hey, what does a key grip do? Set up lights. What does the best boy do? Help the key grip. What does a producer do? I don't know. Do you all hang out together? A little bit. How's Crispin Glover? God bless him. Back to the floor. Not happening. Stop asking me the question. Who's the nicest famous guy you know? Michael J. Fox. Who's the biggest jerk? I'm thinking of a name. Very Busey. How much money do you make? More than you do. What's my favorite state? Michigan. What's my favorite city?
Kalamazoo.
Who's the best microphone stand holder guy ever? Stop asking me the question. Yeah! So much pressure at school. You know the pressure. Hitting you with the hammer like, hey, get into line so you can take your place and the cubicle with, with Johnson, who's coming complaining to you about the TPS reports. Did you staple that cover page on up top? I don't do this. So by the time my senior year of high school, sorry, don't do this, Brody, I pretty much cut everything and I just stayed in the art section. So I just painted and drew and did music and did theater room, and fortunately, these teachers, I've had a lot of teachers who slam me and everything, but the teachers in the art room, they kind of sensed this kid is different. You cannot force him into the mold. So when other teachers and the vice principal and everything were looking for me, they would just let me hide. There was this sofa that was behind a cinder block wall, and I'd read books, read plays, just do all this work, and they would literally go, I haven't seen one.
Make up the props, the audience that lifts you when you're down. The headaches, the heartaches, the backaches, the flops. The sheriff who escorts you out of town. The opening when your heart beats like a drum. The closing when the customers don't come. Come on, everybody. There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing. You know the song? Everything the traffic will allow. You're fired. Oh, when you get that happy feeling, when you are stealing that extra bow. There's no people like show people. They smile when they are low. Even in a turkey that you know will fold, you may be stranded out in the cold. Still, you wouldn't trade it for a pot of gold. Let's go on with the show. Let's go on with the show. Brody!
And yeah, I got talking about Adam LeWoo because I have been watching Adam since 2013. So we got to talk about that, which is really cool. Because he mentioned in his panel, he's like, oh, everyone always asks the same questions and we talk about the same stuff all the time. And so I was like, oh, well, that's perfect because I didn't really want to talk about that. I wanted to talk about this. So that was really cool that we got to talk about that. So also on Saturday, my sister and I met Dermot. I don't know how to pronounce his last name and I don't want to butcher it, but you may know him from My Best Friend's Wedding, which is what I know him from, and also from The Righteous Gemstones. He played Johnny Seasons, and my sister and I absolutely, absolutely love that show. You know it. If you've been here, you have probably said it at some point in time that we love that show. It's one of our favorite shows. So we get up to his table and we're like, okay, so we have kind of like a weird thing for you to sign. And he's like, oh, that's cool. I like weird. And he like starts to unravel it and sees that it's a Subway ad for the Righteous Gemstones. Like when they would hang up in the subways, it was never used. And that, so, you know, he's just unraveling it and they just keep unraveling it. And I'm like, you're going to have to stop at some point. This is really big. It just keeps unraveling it. And it's like taking up the whole table. And he's like, oh, this is so cool. And then it's like you know, the helper was like taking a photo of him signing it because he's like, this is the first Righteous Gemstone thing I've actually signed, like, ever. And we were like, oh, really? We were like, wait, no way, because you're about to sign a second Righteous Gemstone thing, which is our promo poster that we have, which, you know, you can see here. I don't have a poster of him signing the Subway ad, and I don't want to have to unravel it. I don't want to make my sister have to do that. He put both of our names on it, which is really awesome and really cool. So we were like, yay. And then he gave me a hug because he felt bad about the whole, you know, My Best Friend's Wedding thing, because I told him, I was like, my mom told me to watch it, but, you know, didn't exactly prepared me for the ending. It was just like, oh, it's a good movie. So he's like, oh no. So he gave me a hug and I was like, oh, yay. So I got a hug, guys. I got a hug. Oh, you know, no big deal. Got a hug from, you know, Johnny Seasons. Sunday, I would have had the panel that they were supposed to do, but because the whole like actor strike and everything like that, they were not allowed to do one, which was, to me, it didn't bother me because Back to the Future has been out for so long. There is nothing more I think they could say or add to it that hasn't already been said. So to me, the panel was just like, oh, cool, like that's a fun thing I get to do. It wasn't the main reason why I bought the package. I bought the package so I could just have everyone's autograph in the group photo op with all of them, which is what I really wanted, was the group photo op, which I did get. And I was like, I love that. Oh gosh, it was so fun. It did happen really quickly though. The photo op was just an assembly line, just like, next, like that's all it was. So I went up to they were all sitting in chairs and I went up and I went, hi. And Leah Thompson and Tom Wilson were like, hi. and that was it. Then it was the next person. That, you know, while I did that, my sister was holding my spot in line for Christopher Lloyd, which I was like, thank you, because that line was very long. They even like paused the line so no one could get in while other people had to go get like photo ops and stuff like that. So they paused it, and then I come back and everything is fine. I get his autograph and I was like, whoo, okay, now all I have to do is wait to get the Michael J. Fox one, which was also, again, an assembly line. They would sign, and that was it. He had like a table. It was like a table here. Then he had like a little like triangle thing coming out, and there was people in there, and just loads of people. Couldn't really say much of anything. He was just in the zone. He was just signing, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that is so very impressive. Just sitting there, just watching like the speed. I was very impressed by how fast. Like, he was done signing mine by the time I walked around that little triangle. Like, I was here, like, waiting for the people in front of me to get around the triangle. Mine was already done waiting for me before I even got there. It was just very quickly not able to say anything, which is fine, you know, I get that. Thankfully we did get to talk to Christopher Lloyd for a little bit and be like, oh my gosh, we loved you in the Clue movie, my sister and I, because we love the Clue movie. And then she asked him, she's like, oh, like, how do you like your coffee, you know, because he said he likes coffee in the panel, you know, on what was it, the panel on Friday. Yeah, it was Friday. It was Friday. It was Friday. But yeah, so now I'm going to show you guys all the other stuff that I did get and my autograph. Of course, as per usual, everything will be linked down below, the artists and all of that. I got these cute little stickers. I have a little frog here with a little strawberry hat on. Now, this is the one that caught my attention, was this little shark. Like, look, it's a little shark. It's a little shark, guys. And then this cute little cloud in rain boots and holding a balloon. It's so cute. This is the artist right here. I actually have their card right in front of me. So next thing I got is Argyle right here. I'm going to put him like in a review. I'm gonna like open him and stuff when I open all the other Stranger Things stuff that I still have to open. Like I have stuff that I still have to open, so we're gonna open him when we open all of that. Okay, so next thing I got here is, what's that? Lego pieces! The first thing I'm gonna show you guys is this cool pin that my sister bought me. It says Steve Harrington. Look at that. Now I can have a Steve pin. You know, need that. You know, Horror Nights coming up, guys. Horror Nights is coming up, so need that. Okay, so these are these cute little Lego figures that I have got here. We have Max right there. Then obviously Dustin. You know, we had to get Dustin. And you know that can only mean one thing, right? If I got Dustin, you know, what? Who is Dustin always with? Like, if you have Dustin, you obviously have to have Steve. You guys probably already guessed that. Now, I did get two, because my sister convinced me to get two of them. Because she's like, you know, you can turn one into a keychain. So I got two Steves now. Because I'm going to turn one into a keychain. Oh no, now he can also be sad, Steve. No, Steve, please don't be sad. No. We love Steve. Steve. Okay, and then I also got Eddie! Because why not? Wait, what's the back? What's Eddie's other face look like? Oh, or we can have this little face for Eddie. There we go. These are so fun, though. I got them from here. Those were fun. I just liked them. I thought they were cute. And there were other, like, Lego figure booths there, but no one had Stranger Things except for them. So, I just had to. They just look super cute. So we went to this other really, really, really awesome booth that had the Stranger Things blind bags. Now, I told them that they had them on sale. They marked them down to like $5 because they were trying to get rid of them. So my sister and I, we got 4 of them. So I got 2, she got 2. And I told them while we were picking them out, I was like, I never get Steve. Like, I never get Steve for anything. It's so hard to get Steve. And they're like, you can feel around and figure out which ones if you want. Like, we don't care. And I was like, really? And the guy's like, yeah, I also have this, like, Hopper one on that I opened earlier. So if you get a double, we can trade. Like, you can just take this one. And we were like, okay, cool. Like, awesome. So, you know, the first one I opened, it turns out to be, yeah, it was Joyce. Turned out to be Joyce, which is fine. We didn't have Joyce yet. And then my sister opens one, and it's also Joyce. So we obviously then were able to trade the Joyce for a Hopper, which Hopper is in which one of these? Oh, here. So we're able to trade Joyce for Hopper. So that took care of our double issue. So then it came down to just the last 2. So she gets Will. Okay? She gets Will. And I'm feeling nervous, okay? This is the last one that we get to open. And obviously you can tell by the way I'm saying this that I obviously got Steve. And I started freaking out and like I was like, oh my gosh, I got Steve. Then the guys at the booth were like, yeah, you got Steve. So it was fun. I mean, it was a Sunday. We were hanging out. We were having a good time. But yeah, I just like that they were able to like, they were like, yeah, you want to open them here? Like, open them here. Like, we're gonna do this. So that was fun. Look at his cute little arms. Like, look, he can wave. Oh, Steve. Oh, you guys know I love Steve. I was so happy I got Steve. I was like, yay, I don't have to buy him off eBay now. Because I told my sister, I was like, there is no way I'm buying these, like, blind bags. I was like, because I'm not going to get Steve. I'm just going to have to wait and buy him off eBay. And, no, Don't have to. He's right here. And he's looking great. And he's so cute and adorable. And I love that. So, there he is. Now for my autographed photo. So, they wouldn't, with the autographed item, that package I did, it said 8x10. Which was very confusing because they gave you this print since they canceled the panel. And I asked the people, like, hey, like, could I get this signed? And they were like, yeah, no, that's fine. You can get that signed. No, you cannot. You need an 8x10. And I was like, ugh. Great. So then they charge you for 8x10s. Which I didn't get. I still don't understand why they would like, I don't get it. I don't know. I don't know what they were doing. And they also didn't tell me where to go for like the Michael J. Fox autograph and stuff like that. They handed me my stuff and they're like, "Oh, you've done this before. You know where to go." And I was like, "Okay. Yeah, I mean, this is his booth right here." Turns out he's signing in a different area, which I did. You know, it said room number on the email, like for where the photo was and for where the autograph was, so I assumed it was in that room anyway. So I mean, it was fine. But thankfully, you know, a crew member did end up giving me a map of where to go. Here it is. As you see, Tom Wilson was nice and personalized it, and then Leah Thompson also personalized it. And obviously, Christopher Lloyd and Michael J. Fox couldn't do that, you know. Assembly line, trying to keep things going at a nice pace. Photo here. Right there. There we go. There we all are. Look at me in my Cafe 80s outfit, guys. I made it. I did it. I finished it. It totally didn't break at all. Totally wasn't broken. Totally didn't like cry over the fact that the corset belt wasn't working. So it was fine. Everything was great. You know. But yeah, so anyway, that was it. That was my time there. And yeah, so if you like this video, leave a like down below. If you have any questions and stuff like that, I will try to answer as best as I can. It was great. I mean, I had a fun time waiting in line, talking to other people who really liked Back to the Future and who own DeLoreans. I wasn't jealous at all about that fact, by the way. I wasn't jealous, like, oh, really? All of you own a DeLorean? Oh, that's nice. Must be nice. Oh, that must be nice. Oh, yeah. It was fun. It was fun. I had a great time. Especially when people, like, would ask me, like, what are you dressed as? I was like, the girl from Cafe 80s. And they're like, oh, wait. They're like, that's what? Like, it like clicked. They're like, oh my gosh, wait, yeah, that's right. There's the girl. I was like, yeah, the girl, you know, in the super cute outfit, you know, in Cafe 80s, you know, living her best life, having the best time. Also, you know, it's like Barbie summer, so pink and everything. I'm just saying. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys all in the next video, which will hopefully be a Lollapalooza video. Okay, bye guys.